right, welcome back everyone. So right now we're going to check out the live reaction to the PlayStation 4 Pro, which was originally called the PlayStation 4 Neo. That was the code name for it, and it got leaked a while ago, and a lot of people were upset because they thought it was going to be a split community type thing, and I thought it was a bit of a slap in the face to original PlayStation 4 owners like myself. But, you know, PlayStation is going with the times, and they think that this is an opportunity for them to kind of gain not the PlayStation audience, but the PC audience, and or people that are maybe interested in PC. Maybe they get stopped in their tracks and start thinking, you know what, maybe I can reevaluate my situation, look at what PlayStation has to offer in the 4K market. And the biggest question into this was going to be when it was going to get revealed, what is going to be the price for this thing, and what is going to be the specs for it as well. Because, you know, PlayStation likes to make a profit now on these things. They don't like to go at these things at a loss. So you should expect a price that might be a little higher than you might want it to be, but it turns out not so much. So let's go check out the live reaction to the PlayStation 4 Pro reveal and price. It's like a small little intimate event. It doesn't...
Our vision is to present a clear choice.
That's how it should be, though. If it's about...
We want to deliver the best games to our current gamers. We want to invite new members to join our community. We want to offer an option for those that want to heighten their gaming experience. So tonight, it's my pleasure to introduce to you the new PlayStation 4 lineup.
There we go. Just what we thought. And it makes sense, too. It just feels like a bigger machine. You got the
PS4
Slim.
Pro, November the 10th, 2016, priced at $399.
No! Wow. Whoops. That is a really solid price. That probably means comes out this year. Wow.
For both PS4 Pro
when you get
and
down
the new slimmer PS4,
to the specs,
the value propositions are clear, and
apart.
the choice ultimately remains with gamers. We invite you to experience PS4 Pro for yourselves next door after the show. Thank you, everyone, for your time and for joining us today. Thanks very much.
All right. All right, so obviously the PlayStation 4 Pro is being priced at a reasonable rate, I think, in my opinion, $399. A lot of people were expecting that, but some people were expecting them to maybe compete on Microsoft's level with their 6 teraflops and with what seems to be like a pricier system. At least I think that's how Microsoft is going to tackle it. So the fact that they're going in a kind of budget 4K price for a console is surprising. I doubt that any of the games you're going to be able to play in native 4K, so it's probably going to be upscaled. We'll see if they could do super sampling or do some crazy stuff like that. But it's interesting because they have HDR, they have the 4K stuff, they have the Netflix stuff and YouTube, all of that. So basically it's going to be a 4K system, much like maybe the Xbox One S is, but at the same time you're going to be able to play your games in 4K. You know, after the event ended, I immediately watched the Horizon Zero Dawn 4K gameplay footage, and on my TV, particularly because I want to see exactly what it's going to look like. And basically, it's just a really clean version of the game, a really sharp version in the distance. Everything, the textures just look a lot better. So it isn't an immediate thing, like right in front of you notice it, but definitely in the distance you notice it as well. So maybe if it was native 4K, it would be that much more obvious in terms of how, you know, they're taking advantage of this new system. But because it's at $399, you should expect the specs to be a little less than you might want it to be. Or, you know, let's say PC players looking at this and being like, oh, that's a lot less than what I thought it was going to be. It's not enough for me to stop using my PC. Even if PlayStation was able to do native 4K gaming, it wouldn't be enough for them to do it. Or for PC players to go back, just because, you know, you are able to do so much things with the PC. When you talk about modding, when you talk about the price, when you talk about free internet, free multiplayer, all that stuff is very, very important to them. So it's not like they're just going to jump just because the PlayStation 4 Pro would be able to do native 4K gaming, which it doesn't seem like it will. Maybe for lower end games, but not for stuff like Horizon Zero Dawn and Uncharted 4 and The Last Guardian, whatever, it doesn't matter. But overall, I think it's a very interesting move for PlayStation to go for a more budget, you know, conscious 4K machine rather than what seems to be like a more high-tech product that Microsoft is going with. So at $399 with HDR, with 4K super sampling, 4K upscaled. Some of them might be native, who knows? But we'll be able to see exactly what players will be able to tinker with, and it comes out second week of November. So that's really exciting. A lot of people thought it was coming out this year. It makes sense because PlayStation VR comes out a month earlier. So it's all in part of what PlayStation is trying to do. So you should expect in the next console generation for the same thing to happen. Get a base day one PlayStation 5 model along with the PlayStation 5 Slim a few years later and a PlayStation 5 Pro. So you should expect the Pro to be a significant factor in their game plan moving forward and their strategy as a business moving forward. So overall, not the most exciting press conference, but there's definitely some tidbits there. If you were expecting a product-focused, a hardware-focused conference, that you were excited. But if you were expecting something that was a little more gamer-friendly, maybe a whole lot of games to show, then maybe not so much. We did get Mass Effect, we did get a new Horizon Zero Dawn demo, but you should expect those game stuff to happen during PlayStation Celebration or PlayStation. I'm blanking out on the name, but it's something like that. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about the PlayStation 4 Pro in the comments down below. What do you guys think about the price? What do you guys think about the release date, and what do you guys think about the specs? And I'm sure we'll have a nice conversation in the comments about it. But if you hate me, you know what to do. If you like me, you know what to do. And I'll see you guys all on the next one.